Where are all the guys that travel by themselves? I am starting a new thing, and it's going to be solo guys travel.
Yeah. We'll grill for food.
Yeah, I will. No, we'll grill for. Wait, no.
No.
Bring the food, I will grill. Something along those lines. That's a new shirt.
We'll grill for parking.
Right. Oh, good one. We'll grill for
We'll
parking.
grill for parking.
Nice.
Yes, there. Wow, Tara's creative.
Like it.
One time.
Tsunami's pooping for the kids.
Tsunami's pooping. If you can see that.
That's lovely. You're getting full.
What's up, guys? This is Tip
Tara.
and Fit to Travel. Thanks for joining us. This is something a little different that we're trying right now. This is a Fireside talk.
Fireball.
Fireball, something. Fireball people, if you're watching, please help us out. Little sponsor, just send us Fireball. Yeah, exactly. So we are on our Wyoming trip right now. This is day 5 or 6.
I think 5.
5, yeah, I have no clue. But the coolest thing is we've met these two lovely ladies. We are doing some BLM what do you call it?
BLM camping.
BLM camping. Tara takes care of all that.
Right outside the
yeah.
Teton.
And if you can see, it's just right behind us right now. But we've been here for a couple days now. And you have these spots. They're designated spots. But we pulled up and we had this big giant spot, and Tara and I were just hanging out, and then we saw these two ladies pull up, and then they were just outside of our spot and they were looking for another place. And I looked over to Tara and I was like, we should just let them come over and hang out. She's like, yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. So we approached them and we told them, you guys can come share, and then now we are, whoa. Sorry, I've had a couple of these.
Just about.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But we let them come and hang out with us, and now we've found some really good lifelong friends.
I hope so. It's so amazing. We followed you.
Yeah.
This is Kat and Vanessa.
Yeah.
And they have a really great story of how they met and how they are traveling together. So we wanted to share with that because they have some great stories already. And they have only known each other since January, right?
Yeah. So let's, Kat, I'll ask you first. What do you drive, and what is your...
I drive a 2017 ProMaster.
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit shorter than yours.
Yeah.
And I've had it for about a year and a half, and I absolutely love it. The person that I bought it from got it about 95% done before I even saw it. And I asked her, I said, well, why are you selling it at 95% done? And she said, well, I'm kind of having a midlife crisis, and I want to go back to Puerto Rico. And I said, well, okay, you know. And we decided on a price, shook hands, and there it is.
Yeah.
And what a price, right?
Yeah. And then what about you, Vanessa?
Well, I drive a travel trailer, a Geo Pro 14FK, and I have a Ram 1500 with a Hemi.
Yeah,
5.7.
I can hear that when you turn it on. You see 1500, but then you don't realize it's a Hemi either.
Yeah. My husband drives a Charger, which is.
And what were you driving before that? What did you have?
I had a 2509 Rockwood Mini Light, and I had a Dodge Durango. So I had too small of a tow vehicle and too big of a trailer. My fantasy was my family was going to fall in love with camping and want to go in that big 8-person bunkhouse.
That didn't work out.
I couldn't lure them into the lifestyle, so I downsized that and upsized the truck, downsized the trailer. So now I'm in a 14-foot from the trailer, the ball of the trailer, to the back of the trailer. It might be a little longer now because I've done some modifications on the outside of it, but yeah, it fits me. It really is a one person. Wouldn't you say, Kat? It's a one person.
Definitely, because when she and I are in there, we have to do the dance.
Yeah. Everybody knows the dance.
And I
Trying to
travel
get
with
around,
Max,
yeah.
this Daniel.
Yeah.
He's showing you his good side. So it's perfect for Max and me, and we go, and we both have sticks and bricks, so we're not full timers.
Not yet.
Yeah. But with the way that we met, we went to the Women's Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, the WRTR, in January of this 20.
And it's end of May 2020. It's 2020.
So right now it's
Okay.
end of May. And we just hit it off. We have the same irreverent sense of humor.
Yes.
And we decided we would really love to, because I had traveled with other people that were just oil and vinegar, inexperienced campers, and Kat's really experienced. She knows her stuff, and we just had this symbiotic.
Yeah, like I said to her, it was like almost instant sisterhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You can tell. I mean, like you guys we've been hanging out with them for the last 3 days. And you can just tell. It looks like you guys have known each other for
years.
Yeah,
right?
for years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
so
really
it's
does sound
awesome.
Like that. Yeah.
So that is
awesome.
freaking awesome.
Well, and when you're traveling and somebody says, I need a break, we have walkie-talkies and cell phones in the car because we're caravanning together, and somebody says, I need gas, I need a break, I want to take a break, and you're like, oh, so glad you said that, 'cause I'm right there.
Yeah.
You guys are on the same wavelength.
We are.
So you two are solo. I mean, you're traveling together, but you guys travel solo, and you've done that before, right?
Caravanning.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
caravanning, yes.
Yeah.
But you've done solo traveling?
Oh yeah.
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 What is that like?
For me, it's wonderful. I get to go where I want, stop when I want. I don't know. It's for me. It's great, but having a friend is even better.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
Yes.
really nice to have
Yeah.
two brains to bounce
Yeah.
ideas
Yeah.
off of.
Yeah.
What do you think about these pictures? Does this
Right.
next spot look good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your roles switch. Somebody leads, somebody follows, that kind of
Well,
thing.
even with you guys cooking the food, like you guys were like, well, I have this, and we do the same too, but we are obviously living in our van together, so it's a little bit different. But it's like, it's not everything just all on one person, and so
No.
it's like, let's
Yeah.
mix our food together and let's
Yeah.
make this, or like we came out with this awesome meal because you guys joined
Yeah.
together, which was
Yeah,
great.
We went shopping today, and Kat went to the liquor store, and I went to the grocery store.
Nice.
Which is role reversal, actually, probably for, I don't know.
Probably,
You did
But when
opposites.
we came back, I'm like, here's what I got, so this is what we have
Yeah.
to work
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Right.
Kat
right.
had said this morning, I was like, I owe you a package of hot dogs. And she
Yeah.
said, it's communal food. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
No, we've been
stop it,
collaborating
babe.
on our food.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means we have twice as much food.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And twice as much liquor.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yes.
the booze cabinet is twice
Yes,
as big.
I think I packed enough for the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, we do the same.
yeah.
So one of the biggest questions that I think one of the biggest barriers of doing what you guys do, traveling alone, and even with us traveling together and just getting something like this and doing the non-campsite camping is just being solo and like safety and all that.
A lot of people ask that question, are you afraid?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And,
Yep.
Number one question.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
us.
you'll hear on every solo woman camper is going to
Yeah.
say, trust your instincts.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what you do. And
Yeah.
sometimes you're apprehensive, but you take care
Yeah.
of yourself. You plan for that.
Mm-hmm.
You make sure that you have a plan, you have an exit. That's one of the reasons I'm
Yeah.
a little bit jealous of your vans, is because if something,
Easier.
if
Yeah.
SHTF happens
Yeah.
in my world, I have to get out of my
Yes.
travel trailer and
Yes.
get into my
Yeah.
truck.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I'll park according
Close.
to that.
Yeah.
And if I'm not really sure of the area, I just won't unhitch.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you just
See you
I'm
later.
gonna run away. I need
to get into my
wait,
truck,
I gotta
right?
get my
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
weight distribution hitch.
Come on, Max.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's like our first night that we started out from Colorado. We parked in a rest area
Yeah.
that had signs that said no overnight camping.
Yeah.
And so we kind of looked at each other and go, well, we're not really
we
camping.
camping?
Yeah.
We're parking.
Yeah, you're parking.
So,
yeah.
We're
So, but we
resting.
made it
Yeah.
so that we were ready to pull out should we get
Correct.
that knock on
Yes.
the door, which
you
we never
anticipate
did.
that.
Correct.
We never
Yeah.
did. So
Mhm.
Well, and we have protection devices, shall we say, that we, enjoy.
Yeah.
Comfortable with.
Well, that's
Both recreational
Yeah.
and personal security.
Yes, they don't-
that's a
require
controversial
It is.
subject, in which I
And I
mean,
just have become a protection device owner
yeah,
in the last few weeks.
Yeah,
I've had safety courses all my life. I grew up in Wyoming, so I'm not afraid of hunting devices,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
so
I'm
like.
gonna get you not banned on like YouTube.
No, well, that's one thing that I mean, it's not talked about out there,
Right.
which and we've talked about it too. Just you have to have I'm
Protection.
gonna
Well, and if you were to see the inside of my rig, say, hey, there's a large, that's not a knife, this is a knife. There's,
Yeah.
And everybody has their own little things that they do just to a visual
comfortable.
deterrent.
yeah,
A lot of people put like NRA stickers or whatever on their vehicles and things. So
That's a good idea.
that's a really good idea. Yeah,
Right?
no, that's
I've done
that's
that in the past when I was because I tent camped a long time before I got a camper.
yeah,
But there was some wildlife in the area around a very large, elaborate tent that I
Yeah.
had. And I'm like, I need hard sides in case, know. And I wanted to camp in Yellowstone, Tetons, this area, and there you have bears you need to deal with.
oh
So
yeah,
you need a
Hard.
Well, you don't need. It's your comfort level.
Right.
Correct,
My
yeah,
comfort
exactly.
level said
I need.
hard
Yeah.
sides,
Yeah.
door that locks.
Yeah.
And a bug out sort of. That's probably a too strong
Well,
word,
that's-
but
that's-
an escape or
that's the biggest thing that one of the biggest questions we get is just do you feel safe and that type of stuff. And for us in general during everyday life, we're in just the suburbs, and we're parking either in front of our parents' house or somewhere in the suburbs, somewhere like that. So we feel a lot more safe when we're there. But when we're out here, I mean, right now I've never really shot a gun, but I want to. And just for stuff like that,
Hours because, right,
I know,
the
right?
day before we came on this trip, we had gone out. The first thing we did was go out and target shoot, practice.
Yeah.
Because I have a new firearm that I was needed to get familiar with, and for fun and safety. And we have some really experienced shooters.
Yep.
And Kat's a marksman. She's actually
Oh wow.
Kat has a military background.
Yeah, I knew that, but I didn't know you were a marksman like that.
she's-
That's
she's
awesome.
really
I was on the
good.
rifle team in the Army.
Oh my goodness.
For you.
Yeah.
But,
That's why she flipped out on me when I pointed the gun at my wife.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was unloaded, everything. Yeah.
Empty gun.
Yeah, it might have been.
There was no way that there was
Empty.
any.
Yes.
It was totally
Let's
empty.
clarify that one.
Yeah,
But
sorry.
when he pointed it at
Yeah.
someone, I said, no.
It was good. Yeah, I felt like I got scolded in school, but it's okay.
I'm so
No, it's okay. It's great.
We're both moms.
No, it's
Can't help
perfect.
it. It's in your
It's great.
DNA.
No, and it's I think that's an awesome subject that should be out there.
Well, if you want to know, do I feel safer because I have a firearm?
Mhm.
No, not really. No.
No.
'cause I
Not
think
really, yeah.
It's awareness. It's instinct and awareness and listening to those things and responding to those things.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, I agree.
And it's kind of how you interact with people. How do they approach you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
For instance, when we were here, you guys were very welcoming. We were just trying to stay off and find the next thing on.
Correct. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
App. And you approached us.
Yeah.
So friendly. And we're like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was a
Yeah.
mutual
Yeah.
sort of. This feels like this could be fun, and it feels like these guys get it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we get it, and so it was
Plus,
really
she had
nice.
a ProMaster.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, sprinters, but we're a little bit biased towards ProMasters.
There was another
Sorry.
guy when you were off traveling, your van wasn't here, who kind of seemed like he wanted to poach our site, and join our site, and he didn't approach us. He just stayed in his van for like, what did you say, 15 minutes or something? It didn't communicate or anything, so we sort of sent off some go away vibes, and he did. He left.
Yeah.
Told him to F off.
But yeah, there's the way that you interact. That sends a message to the people who might join your group.
A lot of the safety issues are right up here.
It is. Yeah. Agreed.
To trust
Yeah.
your instincts, and and be courageous, but not completely fearless.
Yeah, and not stupid.
Yeah.
You know?
Be smart.
When there's a
Yep.
situation like V said, you always have an exit plan. You know, and you
Park your vehicles in a way that's safe.
whatever
Yeah.
whatever
Surround
you
yourself
put
with people that are
outside.
straight,
Yep.
Safe, straight.
Yeah.
That's not what we
necessary.
mean.
It's not at all necessary.
So if you're camping, like say we are on BLM land, what do you want to put outside to establish your spot that you're willing to lose
Correct.
as
Yeah.
you drive away
Right, when you
and
leave,
leave
especially
that
you guys in a
behind
van.
because of a
Yeah.
safety issue.
Yep.
You know.
And I have things like I have locks and trailer hitch locks, and today we relied on you guys because we knew you were staying and we were going to go into Jackson and that kind of thing. So you do things that protect your stuff.
Yeah.
And be smart. Don't leave
Yeah.
things that would draw somebody in.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
Right.
But in terms of, am I somehow going to be able to camouflage that I'm a solo woman camper? Don't count
No.
on that.
No. Yeah.
The men's boots outside no.
Yeah.
And you'll
Yeah.
get approached by women who are like, I've been watching you for 5 minutes. Honey, join my group. That kind of thing.
So what do you guys suggest for somebody, man or woman, on the fence about, doing what you guys are doing, traveling solo?
Well, we're not full time,
I know, yeah. But just in general,
But-
most people don't even do this.
and I'm a camper at heart.
Yeah.
And I know she is
how
too.
You feel until you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know she is a camper at heart too.
I've been camping all my life.
But if you want to get into doing any kind of camping or whatever, I just say go for it.
Yeah, it's a subculture
And
too.
like
Yeah.
we
we
were
meet wonderful
discussing.
people like you, and
Yeah, it
and
is.
You're not really alone unless you choose to be.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because even this is a one vehicle camping spot theoretically, right? You
Correct,
could
yeah.
claim your territory and
Yeah.
run everybody
Yeah.
off if you wanted to, but we've built this small little community, right? It's amazing, and you meet people, and you establish connection, and that builds your security.
Yeah.
So if you want to go out and be alone, then do it. Go somewhere remote, find
Yeah.
BLM free camping, go off-road, get yourself a safe vehicle for off-road, and then do it. But you can start locally. Most places have amazing camping spaces within 20, 30 miles of where they live. Even if you're in the heartland of Texas, there's a reservoir or a Corps of Engineers campground or something that's affordable and accessible to you.
Yeah.
And you can literally, when you get started, you can camp out in your driveway or your, the street in front of your house to learn your systems.
Yeah.
That's a really good way to build confidence.
Yes.
It's just try out all your systems before you go. Because when you buy a camper or a van, unlike you guys, if you don't buy it or build it, then there's a salesman who just throws a bunch of information at you, and it's no matter how much YouTube information you get, you need to get your hands on your system.
Yeah.
And that's what I would say is,
If you don't feel confident,
that's great. We agree.
dig in, own it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
But if you don't feel confident in that, going out and doing it by yourself, go to a campground.
Yes.
You've
State park
got
or something.
facilities.
Yeah.
You
That's
can
great
do
advice.
it halfway.
Yeah.
You can have the bathrooms, you can have the showers.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if
The infrastructure is out there.
Right.
if you
It
want
is.
to get out on your own, then go local, like she said. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
even like we
both
were.
did a lot of research before we did
Yeah.
this. We didn't just dive in and go,
Right.
"Ah,
Women
we
do.
can't
YouTube,
break."
YouTube the shit out of this, right?
Gotta love
Yeah, where you're at right now.
Right.
YouTube the shit out of it.
It's like we were saying though too, like if you don't need to build or spend a ton of money on a build or a van or whatever.
Or a
Like you could
fancy
do
trailer or
you could do it out of your car, you could do it out of your
Yep.
minivan. Like it
Lean
doesn't
your
have to
seat
be
back. Go to sleep.
Yeah, like
I
you
thought
get an
about
inflatable
putting an air
bed and you
mattress
put
in
it
the
in
back
there.
of my-
Right.
They make special air mattresses.
Yeah.
For $100 you can get on
Absolutely.
the road. Just
Yeah.
go.
And people are
Absolutely.
doing that. It can be very basic and all you need.
Yeah.
Figure out what you want.
Right.
a
You don't
bed,
even
a
have to
fridge, and that
eat
kind of
or
stuff.
Cook at the
Yeah.
campsite.
Yeah.
You can go to a little out of the way spot near a town and
You can do it for cheap if you
Yes,
really
you
want to do it. Yeah, it's a great way to
Yeah.
explore.
In one sentence, each of you, what is the best part of it, of just traveling?
Nature and just connecting with what needs to happen with most people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just don't know it yet.
Yes, I love that. Especially with that is a really good answer, because especially there's a lot going on in the world right now. And I mean, we are kind of disconnected because service is a little tough, but it's like being out here and just being in nature and being the way
Yeah.
everything is supposed to.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the way it's supposed to be. So that's a really good
I
answer.
feel like you need to remind me of the question. One sentence or less, I got that.
Right.
One sentence or less, why do you do this? Or what's the most, what's the best?
For me,
You
it's
can't
a
remember the
retreat.
Yeah, I
question.
can't even, I apologize.
I think I got the gist. For me, it's a retreat. Because we live in a bricks and sticks, and I'm married and happily, by the way.
Yeah,
Into the camera.
yeah, that's happily married.
Even though
If
she
he's
travels
wa-
alone, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We asked her earlier.
Women
Yeah.
supported my husband, who just says, "Baby, go."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Go find yourself in the woods.
Yeah.
And I come
Yeah.
back and I'm refreshed. So I would say,
I love
for
that.
me, it's a retreat.
Yeah, okay.
It's a way to get connected with the really basic part of
Yes.
what a person is.
Yes.
And you do find community in a way that you don't find
Yeah.
with the neighbor that you're mad about
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
fence, or the
Yeah.
way they
Oh,
built
yeah.
your house, or the person you've lived next door to 10
Yeah.
years and you don't even know
Exactly.
their name.
Right.
I mean, we know more about Tip and Tara right now. We've only been here 2 days.
I
Yeah.
can't say
You know?
enough about Tip.
Yeah.
When we came
Yeah.
back, we kind of did. They stayed here and we went on our thing. And when we came back today, it was like coming home, right?
Yeah,
To
absolutely.
family,
Yeah.
friends,
Yeah.
community, and that happened almost immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was something because we probably had 3 or 4 people pull around and do that whole thing. And then when you guys did it, it was just something that was
Really?
just.
We weren't your first.
No. It was just something that.
Happy to hear
Well,
that.
it was just
That's so
something
cool.
just random and just something that I was like, I feel like these people would be.
Oh.
Well, now you understand as a solo woman camper what we
Yeah.
were talking about instincts.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
tapped into
Exactly, yeah.
exactly what
Well,
we're
especially
talking
when you have the man coming up and approaching and.
A colored man.
Yeah, colored man. And
that'd
it's
be
a
you.
joke. It's okay. Yeah, exactly. But just, and I waved the white flag and I said. Yeah, and I just said, because they were like literally like, we.
Are you
Yeah,
thinking
get
he's-
out.
Are you thinking he's lost?
Yeah, get out. Go on, get.
Well, it didn't suck too bad when we saw Tara taking a shower.
Yeah, right. She
Yeah,
was
so-
literally,
I
yeah.
was showering at that
We
time.
knew
Van
we knew they were approaching.
That was the first time we've showered in the van,
Yeah.
by the way.
Well done.
Good
I thought
timing.
we were kind of invading their privacy, right?
That is so awesome. That
Tip's
was.
like, come on over. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
come on. She's like, I'm
okay,
still
yeah."
showering.
We finished my shower.
And he said, "You know what? I think Tara needs a minute." And we went, "Got it." Yeah,
Too funny.
That's
yeah, you
so
can tell
true.
about people.
I'm the one that's like a little bit more reserved and like
Oh, yeah.
it takes me a little bit longer to warm up to people anyway. So and he's always like, "Oh yeah, come on over!" Like all these 18 people come over, and I'm like, "Wait,
Did
hold
he
on.
discuss this with you first?
Yeah.
Well, he
Yeah.
did.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Yes. While she was showering, I
Yes,
did.
while I was showering, he's like, I think I'm going to invite them over. They look like they're nice. They don't
Yeah,
have kids."
exactly. Yeah.
And
They
I'm
didn't
like,
have kids. That was
"Okay."
amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
showering, but yes, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. Invite these people. Yeah, she
Do
wasn't
whatever.
happy. But I go with my instincts.
You
That's the thing.
kind-hearted soul, do whatever you
Yeah,
feel.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think what you're talking about, that's the fun thing about caravanning is that you get to rely on someone else's judgment as well as your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you can work out the whole, for us, it's been, I don't want to be in charge. You don't want to be in charge.
Yeah.
We want it to be collaborative.
Collaborate. Yeah,
Her
exactly.
take the lead on
really
the
good
road.
marriage, as
That's good. I didn't know
Yeah.
where I was going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
So,
But, you know,
so you
but
lead
that was agreed
and
upon
you take the blame if we're in the wrong place.
Exactly. And that's how we are
I
too.
have to follow in the dusty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are too. We go
I got
like.
a shitty view, but
She tells me, like, generally, like, we both split driving, but, like, when we're getting close to where it is, like, she will navigate and I'll drive, and it works out that way because it's just.
Well, I think even in the same vehicle, you're communicating.
Yeah.
And I think
that's
if
great.
you're on a caravan, you need
it's a relationship
or
totally
walkie-talkies or a cell phone or something, but you need to plan for the times when you don't have a cell phone.
Yes.
Because I can't always see her lights flashing or anything.
Yeah. We had a situation where I needed to stop for, I don't remember, whatever reason. There was a rest stop coming up, and
Number 2.
So I was calling her. We found out our walkie-talkies don't really work too well. But I was calling her, and there was no signal.
Maybe.
Right?
Maybe though.
So I was calling her. There was no signal, and I thought, okay, well, I'm going to flash my brights at her because I had my lights on, and she didn't. She never saw that,
I didn't see it.
but she did go ahead and pull off, and I thought, thank God. But
because we had communicated.
Did you have an
before.
instinct or something, or what?
Well, no, we had talked about if you see something or you want a break, or we gave each other permission.
Yeah.
To be human beings. Like, you don't have to military march all the way down to the, which is really easy when you're on the road and you're traveling together. No, kids, sit down. You can't go to the bathroom.
Get to the next place.
So we talked about how long is comfortable for you to travel.
That's great.
That's great. How fast.
And how fast.
Yeah.
We talked about our rigs. What kind of roads can you
go? Mm-hmm.
What kind of terrain are you comfortable? Where do you like to camp? What kind of thing do you prefer? And then we're just kind of, I think Kat's greatest comment to me on this whole thing was, I'm just going to come up and wing the fuck out of this.
That's me. I wing it, and then she plans it.
Yeah.
Well,
and then we mix in the middle. We find some place in the middle.
The minute that you have an idea, even though you've done hours of research and you found the perfect plan, then you present it to your travel buddy, your partner, and you say, what do you think? And then you need to trust them.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
need to be, hold to it lightly.
Yeah.
Because it's not, part of the fun for me is the planning. So if I need to do that again because it meets both of our needs and not just the first draft.
Sounds like somebody I know.
Don't marry your first draft. Right? Don't marry your first draft. Figure it out. Work it out.
And I'm a winger. I want to wing the whole thing. I want to go where, I want to toss the coin. I want to just go wherever.
So you guys are very similar and we're very similar.
Yes, exactly. So that's the balance.
But there is a balance.
About travel companions. Make sure there's a balance and make sure your experience level is maybe I've
similar.
been camping with other people who were like novices and couldn't handle the fact that we didn't have air conditioning.
Oh my goodness.
Their nails or something.
And I'm out like with the generator trying to make this person happy, and it was
my goodness.
and it was the end of
it has to be cohesive.
It's kind of nice having your own space too.
Exactly.
It is, yeah.
For you guys.
You can retire,
we've got little floor spaces, like 2 steps of floor space.
You have to be
in both of our rigs.
Telling the other person,
I'm going to take a nap, or
I want to go for
a walk,
totally.
And you're like, go ahead, do it.
You see the shovel in my hand?
Exactly. What's a shovel for? I don't get it. I don't know.
What are we talking about?
I've never used.
Taking the dog.
What was the first thing I said to you?
You said, I know what you just said. I know what you were doing.
Shovel. I go, I know what you just said.
Well, that's how we had.
Good morning.
Yeah, hello. Morning.
Vanessa, how do you poo?
Yeah, exactly.
How do you poo? Shirts coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon. Fit to travel. Yeah, much. Yes, I love it. Yeah. I was thinking about it. Don't worry, we'll get it.
All right. I'm so looking forward to that.
We want credit for those.
Yes, you will.
Well, so we decided we would just head because it's difficult enough finding your next spot. Plus, right now we're in the middle of the COVID epidemic. We're kind of at that weird dip where things are starting to open up and it's lovely.
Starting up again, but not really.
But you don't know because, again,
She's better.
she's back there.
Yeah, she's back.
She's still
Yeah.
But it's normally stressful or challenging, I think is a better word than stressful enough to find the right spot and to settle in for and to learn how many days you're going to stay here, etc. And then you add COVID, is the grocery store going to be open?
Right.
Can I get the things that I need?
Yeah.
And that adds to it. That makes it easier traveling together. I think you've got a little more support because you've got 2 refrigerators and you've got a backup plan and you've got another brain to go. Yeah, I don't think this isn't the right time, but our club.
Right.
And then you both have to do research. If we get to Alaska, can we actually see things? Is Alaska open?
Right.
And are we
going to be quarantined for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you launch out a little bit on faith, and you have a backup plan. So, and we do. So we're going to go to a city on the northwest to visit some of Kat's family.
Yeah.
And then that's our no-go to Alaska, and we have a plan. We'll go south or go back the way we came.
Yeah. Ultimately, our mantra is we are going to find joy wherever we end up.
Yeah.
And
It's nice and relaxed.
it's relaxing.
Well, and you
it's
take cues
it's
from
off
your
the
partner,
cuff.
right?
It's like, whatever we end up doing, we're gonna have joy.
When we drove up to this place and set up, and Kat said, "Yeah, baby, this is it."
I said the same thing.
That's validation for me.
We have the best spot in this whole.
Yeah.
We drove
That's why everyone keeps telling and turning
4
around.
miles from the entrance of gravel road, but this spot is
amazing.
Yeah.
If we get to
Worth it.
we're in a travel trailer and a van, so if we can get to it,
It doesn't matter what time of day it is. You look at the view and you go, "Oh yeah, this is awesome."
makes you not want to leave.
So would you guys agree? So like to us, I mean, we have Instagram, YouTube, what we're filming, and but like, would you agree that this lifestyle you actually have to want to do it? Like, and not just living full time, but like to travel and go and do but you have to want to do it.
It's better to want to do it than have to do it.
well
Correct.
said.
Yeah.
So
Well said.
Yeah. That's a good
Especially
point.
being from the women's RTR, we met a lot of people who really by necessity
who have to do it.
Who have to do it. Okay.
but they've settled in and they love it.
And they are great
But it's better to
sources
want
for
to do it.
information
Yeah.
and advice. We took a Dutch oven cooking class
Yeah.
that's just fired us up.
And they made an amazing
from
breakfast. Yeah, it was so good.
Dinner
And
last
bread.
night.
And bread. Oh, the bread was so good.
Tonight it's Tip's turn. We're
Yeah.
gonna
Oh yeah, making some
take
steaks
Tip's
tonight. Yeah.
tonight.
What time is it? Oh, it's
It's almost time. Yeah, we're past the time. It's all right. The sun is still up. The sun is still up. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. So, do you have any questions that we haven't talked about yet?
I had one earlier, but I think we kind of covered it.
What was it?
Well, I wanted to know more, or I wanted the viewers to know more about like why they chose like camper life. Like they've camped a lot in their life, obviously, but like what made you want to buy a van, and what made you get into it?
Great question. Great question.
You want to start?
Well, I was going to say, this is a funny story, okay? I
Sorry,
don't know.
but they are usually
Can we,
Yeah, they gotta be.
Can we mention other vloggers?
Of course. Yeah, we don't care.
So
Maybe they'll help us out. Yeah, we'll tag them. Maybe they'll help us out.
So I was looking across the street from my Sticks and Bricks,
question.
and my neighbor had a big semi truck. Okay, didn't have the trailer on it. Obviously, it was parked in his driveway, and it occurred to me that I did not know what the inside of a semi truck looked like as far as a camper, and so I thought, YouTube. So I started doing the YouTube, and then I came across.
And then
You know how YouTube will give you the next,
Got on the internet.
the next and the next and the next video. So I came across, or they, the algorithm gave me a video that said,
YouTube algorithm, help us out.
Yeah. It said, it was a Bob Wells video. Okay, there's Bob Wells.
Shout out, Bob Wells.
Bob Wells.
Help us out.
And the title of the video was "How I Poop in My Car." I'm clicking on that.
I need to see this.
I think that was my introduction to Bob Wells.
So then, from there on, all of a sudden, it was like van tours, and and it spoke to my heart, and I said, "Oh my God, I have to do this."
How long ago was that?
That was probably about 2.5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Like a year before you got your van.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
definitely a year
Okay.
before I got my van, and then I just, like I said before, I YouTubed the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And decided what kind of a van I wanted. You know, how big, what year, everything.
So it's a process.
Yeah,
it's
it
not
is.
just
Yeah, you don't.
generally.
For me, it was.
Generally, yeah. But
Well,
And you're the wing it girl. So
yeah.
wing it girl.
Yeah,
so-
project manager.
That's a great story. Hey, that's
It's been a
awesome.
long time.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
balance. It's
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
symbiotic.
exactly.
Well, so I got into it because I had done tent camping,
Yeah.
and I grew up camping.
Right.
With but my dad.
She's actually from here. We didn't mention that.
Wyoming, yes.
Yeah, Wyoming. Yeah,
Grew
the
up in
Tetons.
Wyoming, born in Oklahoma, raised in Wyoming by feral Southerners, and then and now I live in Colorado. Well, I wanted to do some fishing and some things, and I had this harebrained idea of renting a Class A and taking my mother and my mother-in-law and my husband and I and going out on a trip. And my husband, who has, I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but he has,
Too late?
It's too late. It's here it comes, baby. He has Asperger's, so he's on the spectrum,
Yeah.
the autism
Yeah.
spectrum. And so he likes everything really predictable, and his idea of roughing it is slow Wi-Fi at a hotel. We talked about that.
I like everything predictable too. FYI.
Yeah.
Right?
She has
So
that too.
I said to meet my needs, though, I need to be out in nature, and I really want to camp. And so he said, just go. So I bought a tent and went, 45-minute drive up, because we live in a beautiful place. We live in Longmont, Colorado.
Yeah,
So
beautiful.
right up the hill is some incredible camping. So I was going once a week and kind of figuring out learning how to do things by myself, tent camping. And he embraced it and saw how refreshed I was when I came back, and how it enhanced our relationship instead of taking away from it.
Yeah.
And what is it? Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yes.
So
Oh, yeah.
really, really built our
So true.
relationship. So when I suggested renting a Class A with my mother-in-law, his response was, not my mother-in-law, my mother and my mother-in-law. He said, "What special kind of hell are you trying to put me through?"
Partly because he didn't want to go though. Partly.
No, he didn't want to go. That was the whole point. This is not my thing, honey, but you go and do yours. So if you have that kind
That's
of
great.
foundation,
I love
That's
that.
awesome.
that's my launching pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know, and
I love that he
I
supports
blog.
that.
I have a WordPress blog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please
link
plug
it.
it.
We'll link it down
Yeah.
below.
It's a 2019 travel and camping and travel.
Link below.
We'll link it below. We have
Yeah.
the URL below.
I do this every time.
Yeah.
I have no idea what my my URL is.
Okay, well-
But that's how I keep in contact with my family.
Yeah.
And when I get to a place where I can upload a video,
Uh-huh.
and I blog every day, and you can, on WordPress, you can schedule things.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
You'll be in it. You are in it.
Yeah, we read it
Sing
earlier. It's awesome.
and- yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's my. I don't want to call it an escape. I want to call it a retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, because I adore being with my husband, and we travel. We do, the hotel and the airplane thing. But this is for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it builds me up.
Refreshes you.
And he doesn't mind. He's not threatened by it.
Correct.
And I
Yeah.
think that's really important. If you have a spouse who's threatened by you traveling, maybe find things you can do together.
Or even doing things separately.
Or locally, like
Yeah.
I started out, to build his confidence that I'm safe, I'm okay. It's a good launch pad.
Yeah.
And there were times, like I had an emergency. I cut my finger, and I called him and said, "Meet me down the hill at the urgent clinic, because I need stitches and I don't have my insurance card." So he was there.
What the hell were you doing?
It was a new knife.
that big knife that she
Yeah, right? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, leave it to me.
backfires. Backfired on
it
her.
was a potato slicing.
Oh, those potatoes.
Oh.
That's why she didn't want to make the potatoes
It was new, and I
earlier.
actually
Yeah.
dropped it on but 4 stitches later, and I got rained out that. No, I could tell you stories.
Oh, we have.
But that's all part of the experiences.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah, be able to take care of yourself. That's a biggie. You know, if
Well, and
you,
it's confidence
yeah.
in your relationship
Yeah.
too. If your partner, your spouse, your person is comfortable with you going out and doing your thing, whether it be work, recreation, camping, whatever, then you're gonna be able to embrace this style
More
easily.
Yeah.
Like it'll be
Yeah.
a smooth transition.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you might have a little convincing
Yeah.
to do and
Yeah.
bring them along.
And we're
But-
not like you guys that you know, we're traveling together, but we're by ourselves. You
Yeah.
know, you guys have each other.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
that's a
It is.
wonderful
It's
thing.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
something.
you're
It's something
young,
special that we know and we love, and everybody. You know, when we post our stuff, everybody talks about that like that, and it's something rare and special that we know that we have.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
would agree. It's rare and special.
yeah, because
Yes.
our friends are like, "Look, I can't believe you're doing this,"
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
oh my gosh, we have
You
a.
know what? It's not impulsive on you. You have multiple streams of revenue.
Yeah.
You've done your homework. You know where you're going.
Yeah.
You know each other really well.
like 3 or 4 year process.
See?
So
I
Yeah.
agree.
yeah,
Well, I've
But
said it
our-
before, and I'll say it again. You
Yeah.
guys have made some awesome choices.
yeah,
Some choices that have launched you into this.
yeah. Well, so like
wonderful
I
our.
got a harebrained idea. I'm just gonna. That's great for a weekend, but if you're gonna launch into it full time, make sure you're really your personality, your desires,
Yeah.
your hopes, your partners, your
Absolutely.
You know what you need? You need a support team.
Correct.
around
Yeah.
you
Yeah. That's
that
such a
really
good.
gets you, and if you have that, and it will build over time. You build it,
Yeah.
but you build their trust by just doing the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I were to say, I'm going to, tomorrow, honey, bye, I'm going full time, meet me on the road in Cincinnati. No, it's not going to work. That's silly.
No.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
and I think there are people who maybe do that. Who
Yeah, I'm
watch
sure
a lot of
there are.
YouTube videos, get excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't really understand themselves well
Yeah.
enough
Yeah.
to know,
Yeah.
do I really have the personality
Yeah.
to make
Yeah.
Or their partner has got nothing to do with it. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, not
And that's
doing
one.
Fuck you're talking.
Like
Mine
early
doesn't,
on.
but it works.
Yeah.
Yours may not, and it will not work. It could be a relationship disorder.
Yeah.
So you have to know yourself, you have to know your partner, and you have to know your heart.
Yes,
That's what I would say.
Early on in our build process, because it was just like
That would be a test.
it was, yeah, and we show that in our videos of like just
Yep.
me, just like what the hell are you talking about, or her, same thing, and it's just like, but it's just we've got. I mean, we're better now. Like we know how to, like you learn how to build a van together. I guess.
Well, you
That's
learn
the
how
sense.
to overcome obstacles
Yeah.
together, and you learn that you are not an island, that you're in it
Yes.
together.
And that's why I agree with that, because I think that's has helped us with being in this 72
Even if you
square
have a
feet
spouse
together.
who's not a camper and is not a van lifer,
Yeah.
but supports you in it,
Yeah.
that's what's key.
Yeah.
They need to support you in it,
Well,
not
and-
be afraid of it.
Yeah.
Having different like learning styles or visually, like I need to see things visually, and he can just like have this grand vision in his head, and I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like I need to see it visually to understand.
Yeah.
And so it's just learning each other's.
Learn to draw.
It's learning each other's like
Trying.
That
personalities
works for
and like
mine.
learning style for anything, right? Like relationships, friendships, like whatever. It's
I agree.
that's just how it works for, like you said, like earlier, having one that wings it and one that plans it. Like that's just what works. You know,
I agree.
you can meet in the middle, and that's
Yeah.
how it goes.
That applies in this. It applies in a bricks and sticks.
Yeah.
It applies in your job.
In
your
work.
boss,
Yep.
Everything. It's
Any relationship that you have,
communication
friendship
and-
or whatever,
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree completely.
it's learning
And this
how
is
the other
no
person
different.
reacts.
No,
Yeah.
it's
This is
not.
no different.
Yeah.
It's no riskier.
Yeah.
No, it's
than,
not. Yeah.
Forming relationships in your workplace.
Right.
Or
No.
in your family.
Agreed.
Yeah. If you can work through this, you can work through anything, and if you can work through that, it applies
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you
man.
go. That's it.
What a great
Anything else you guys
little
want to add?
first episode.
No.
Anybody? No.
Just-
Anybody?
well-
Just to anybody that's
Well,
listening.
it's not
We
always
do
gonna
have
work out.
1,366
Travel
followers.
companions are not always going to work out. I've traveled with
Yeah.
people who I could not.
Do you want to talk more about that?
Yeah,
Or
we
just-
want to drop
or
some
do you wanna
names
move
and
on?
some.
No, you didn't.
No, but
Exactly.
I went camping with a novice who had really different expectations and didn't understand that there's not always going to be comfortable.
Perfect.
There's not going to be electricity.
conditions.
And,
Yeah.
And didn't appreciate how hard I was working to make my
them feel
friend
comfortable. Yeah.
With you have no idea how hard it is to start a generator, run the air conditioner, which is not going to keep up with a.
Oh,
25
no.
Right.
camper.
Yeah.
It's gonna, it's gonna be bad, and I spent all my time trying to
Pleasing.
make them comfortable rather than just being out and experiencing it.
Yeah.
Cat is not that way.
Right.
No.
And, so find the right.
Which is why it
travel
works.
companion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
and
easy
that
going. Yeah.
marriage too,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Find the right person to walk alongside through this.
Well, and I think, like, especially for me, I'm such a planner. It's huge.
It's good. I'm
to
not a
know-
planner.
No, well,
Right?
it's.
She's
yes,
turned
in a
me
bad
into one,
way.
actually.
No, in a bad way, I'm a
No.
planner.
She's helping me.
You've gone to the dark side?
No, she's helping. Well, sometimes I'm like, what are we doing today?
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
But
what are we
it-
going to do tomorrow?
Life on the road, you have to be willing to do spontaneous things
Yes.
and go to plan B, C,
Right.
D, E,
Yes.
or F.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
flip side of the planner is being flexible and going, yes, rather than shooting it down. No, I don't like that.
So-
Go
Yeah.
back to the.
So
So
I
true.
plan out our spots. I plan out like, okay, this is where we're gonna stay. This was our number one spot. Like, let's try this out. We're getting to the end of the road, and I'm like, oh shit, Tip's gonna get pissed right now. Like, we've gone this whole. He's like,
Because I was driving
like-
and it's the tires or
well, he's like,
this.
how far is this gravel road? And I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
this
says like
road was
it
not
says
the
like
best.
4 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be 12 more.
Because I'm
miles.
thinking
You're
about
doing
different
great.
things. And it's not just
And-
man things. It's just like literally back tires are just,
rolls.
yeah, it's
Right.
just, yeah. And then
You're
I'm
in
just like,
charge of
shit.
this, and you're in charge
But
of
I
this.
also have
Yeah.
There's an
B,
order to
C,
it that
D,
makes
and E
Yeah, for
possibly
sure.
there for us. But if those things don't work out, like if plan A doesn't work out, you have to go to the next thing. Or if
Yeah.
the spot you have a gut feeling it's not good, you move on. Like, and that's how life on the
true.
road.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you're going to get through your whole list
Yeah.
of planning and
Yeah.
you go, now what do we do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
for
that's
planners,
when your
that's
partner
Right.
will say,
huge.
I'm not upset. Let's go find something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roadside,
Yeah.
pull over. Let's wally
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, let's just do,
go
yeah,
back-
exactly.
yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
Go back to
Yeah, I was
Jackson,
gonna
there's
say,
a grocery store. We can stay
plan
there.
F is Wally docking.
Yeah.
You know, go to Walmart.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds like, okay, we've done, oh yeah, we do that. That's,
And
if
don't
you have
break
to do
the
it, you
stop
can
and
do it.
stop.
But
be
don't do it.
Yeah.
It sucks because it's
not
so
a plan
loud,
A, but it's
It
it's a
sucks.
plan Z.
But here's the
but
thing.
we've done it.
Here's the thing with a solo female camper, Wally World is not half bad.
Yeah.
They've got security
Cameras,
They've
yeah.
got a bathroom.
Yeah.
which, you know,
oh
I
yeah.
like cracker docking.
They've got
Cracker Barrel
snacks.
docking.
yeah.
And the most
Yeah.
important is they're free.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Free campsites are
you
great.
know, a night at Wally World is not half bad.
Yeah.
Yes. No, totally.
So like that's
If
the
you're- yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
If you're in the middle of your drive and that's like one of the only options,
Yeah.
it's a great option.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Especially
when you're
bec-
on your way.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's a safe place to park and not have to worry.
Yeah.
And those are really good as solo campers.
Yeah, as a solo female camper,
You hear a lot
it's
about.
not half bad.
Now,
Yeah.
you need to be aware.
It's not
It
bad.
says
It's-
no
When you're
overnight
traveling,
camping.
Yeah.
if you want to stay for a week, Wally World is not the answer.
Yeah.
Not
For a
a-
night.
If you want
There's
to
this
stay
myth
there.
out there that you have to call ahead and get permission. I found it like Cracker Barrel. I'll park and go in for dinner, and I'll say, by the way, would it be okay if I leave in the
Yeah.
morning? I'll be out before the big rush, the
Right.
breakfast rush,
Yeah.
or I'll come in and eat breakfast. I'll be
Yeah.
on my way. And I've never had
I'd say,
anybody
yeah.
say, I'm not comfortable with that, ma'am. You know, they're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, that's great. Here,
Yeah, here you go. Absolutely. Yeah.
Has to be.
I don't look like a.
You don't look like a serial
I
killer.
don't look like a serial killer.
But those are the ones that are serial
Yeah,
killers.
Yeah, the ones that look innocent.
Right? Exactly. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, we could keep talking
Yeah.
all night recording, but I don't want to edit all of that.
Well,
so.
Titch has to make steaks, so.
Yeah, I gotta make
Yeah,
steaks.
Dude, you gotta start
Yes.
this fire and get you going.
Yes, no, I'll get
We're
it
already
rolling.
an hour late.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the ladies are getting hungry. Where are all the guys that travel by themselves? I am starting a new thing, and it's gonna be solo guys travel.
Yeah, we'll grill for food.
Yeah, I will. No, we'll grill for. Wait, no.
No.
Bring the food. I will grill. Something along those lines. That's a new shirt.
We'll grill for parking.
Right. Oh,
Merch
good one. We'll grill for
We'll grill for parking.
Nice.
Yes, did. Wow, Tara's creative.
Like it.
One time.
Tsunami's pooping for the kids.
Tsunami's pooping. If you can see that.
That's lovely. You're getting photobombed.
I know. Should
Thank
we-
you. Follow whatever, everything. Do all that good stuff. We're about to cook. Have some fun.
That's the end.
Yes. Thank
you so guys much.
That was great. You guys did, turn all this
Excellent.
off.
Awesome.
It was
Thank
a
you.
lot easier than I thought.
Well, no, that's what
This is an
I
hour.
wanted.
Babe,
Yeah,
this is an
I
hour.
know.
Well, that's all about you
Yeah.
guys.
Well,
Sorry,
no,
we talked.
that's it. That's
No, it's
all.
great.